My name is Craig Blundell. I'm a freelance drummer based in England. I've been playing drums for around 40 years. I've done many, many pro sessions in my time, and I'm currently the touring and recording drummer for Stephen Wilson. My first musical experience, I guess I was probably around the age of 3 or 4, I think, really. My mum and dad couldn't afford a drum set, and I wasn't a drummer at the time, but we used to live next door or near a guy that was in a famous band called the Swinging Blue Jeans. They had the hippie hippie shake. So he used to come off tour and give me sticks and broken cymbals. And as a kid, like a young kid, just noise, hitting stuff was the coolest thing ever. So I'd spent probably 3 or 4 years, I think, on my mum's old Tupperware pots and pans playing them. And then things got a little bit more serious. I used to watch television, and there was these this military band on television with white helmets, and they used to lift their sticks up to their nose. I was like, that's what I want to do. This is it. This is drums for me. So it was the Royal Marines band service. And as a 16-year-old, I found myself on a train in a suit, never worn a suit before, going down to a place called Deal in England for my audition to join the Royal Marines. So I joined the Royal Marines. I was in the military for 4 years. And that kind of changed everything. So I learned to read music, I learned to write music, I learned to play with these world-class musicians in various different ensembles. And then I discovered rock music and pop music, and I remember seeing a video of Level 42 and Toto. And I remember watching Jeff Porcaro on Toto and watching Steve Lukather and thinking, that's it, that's what I want to do. And that was the dream. It's taken a long time. It's still a work in progress, but that was pretty much my first experience of like, I want to be on that stage. I want to play music with those sort of guys, and kind of changed my life. So during like the kind of mid-2000s, I'd spent a lot of time in recording studios. Some things pretty good, some things not so good. I wasn't a professional at the time. I was doing a day job. I was working for a car company, and I remember seeing these engineers that would come in, mic up the kit behind me, or just mic up anything that I was playing at the time, and making them sound absolutely phenomenal. And I'd spent 20 years being obsessive with drums and thinking, well, do you know what? I would love to do that. I would love to create my own sound behind the drum set. I'd love to be at the helm. So it got to around, I think, 2005, 2006. I was still in the day job, and I was working with this drum and bass producer in London. His name was Congo Natty. In the time, the English guys might know him as a guy called Rebel MC. He had a couple of real big hits back in the day. And we went into this studio in Brixton, and he was just micing up this kit, and I thought, God, I want to do this. Let me have a go. So I started messing around with mics and kind of understanding what mics do, and learning all the different parameters you can get out of one single microphone. And that started a bit of an obsession. And I think at the time, I think Modern Drummer magazine or Rhythm magazine, a lot of the guys were doing music from home. It was, as you know, the sad demise of the big studios. They were starting to get into the realms of producing their own drums. And I thought, you know, I would love my own drum studio. So that kind of started it. And I think around 2006, 2007, I got my first set of mics, a little 5-piece set of mics that were worth nothing, and kind of learn by your mistakes. So I spent a good year and a half learning about the room, learning about the drums, learning about how to get the best sound, and still learning now, you know. But it was then, I think probably 2006, 2007, watching people going about the work on my drum set and bringing this sound to life, that was like, I can do that, and I really want to do that. And so the home studio was born.